This right here is my first ever texture pack. This and its subsequent versions have also become one of the most downloaded packs on Minecraft Bedrock. And in this video I want to talk about what exactly went into making this pack and how it became so successful. So first of all, I never expected to make a Minecraft texture pack. This is probably true for most people that have gotten into pack making. It's just not something that you think of when you download Minecraft. You download Minecraft to build or just play survival or play servers. You don't download Minecraft to get into pack making. And I myself had not even been using texture packs. I was using default Minecraft. I was a default Minecraft enjoyer, which is really weird because at the time I was still watching a lot of YouTubers I'd watched when I was 11 or 12. Purple, Gamerboy80, and Technoblade, all of which use texture packs. So the fact that I didn't want to use their texture packs didn't really make sense. Maybe I wasn't smart enough to be able to Google how to download those texture packs or how to get them, but I just didn't want to use them. However, one day I saw a video that said that 8x texture packs could give more FPS than a 16x texture pack or default Minecraft. And as a laptop user back then who was playing on maybe 25 FPS at best, that was great news because I desperately wanted to have more FPS. It was sometimes impossible to play servers, and when I could, it was awful. So I tried to get an 8x pack and it was awful looking. I did not really like it. I liked some blocks, but the overall 8x pack experience was not enjoyable. But I still believe that 8x texture packs could give you more FPS. So what do you do when one or two texture packs aren't to your liking? Do you A, look for more packs, or B, not use packs at all? Well, I chose C and I made my own texture pack. Yeah, without any tutorials, any knowledge on how to make texture packs, I got Minecraft's default texture pack after Googling for hours, and I just started changing the wool textures. At the time, I had no idea that you could just use a program, click on a downscale button, and then get an 8x texture from a 16x texture. The way I did it was a really complicated method using Paint 3D. I basically opened the texture in Paint 3D, and I then went ahead and chose an 8x8 area from the 16x block, and I went from left to right, changing all the pixels on the 16x16 texture to look like 8x. It's really difficult to explain. I hope I can show some footage on screen of what it looked like, but it was awful. Every single block took north of 30 minutes, which is crazy to think about now. That's how long I would take to make all of the wool blocks and then some other stuff. But it was really rewarding for me because I actually liked the texture and I actually used the pack. I then went ahead and did some other textures like the sword, a couple more blocks, and I also tried doing the breaking animation. Now the breaking animation was absolute hell because at the time I did not understand how to make a file background transparent. So the loading animation I was making was that of a phone battery, and the background was just normal transparent. But on Minecraft it showed a lot of the black pixels, which was stuff left over from me using my eraser trying to erase the previous breaking animation texture. Now at the time I was already using Paint.net and I was Googling day and night how to fix this issue. I even went on my sister's computer, downloaded Paint.net, got the texture to her computer, and tried to do it there, and it still didn't work. I was super depressed and didn't know what to do until one day I stumbled on a forums article that showed that you can just paint the background white and it does the same exact thing. That was one of the few examples of how I had to learn pack making because I was just not very proficient at Googling tutorials. I also didn't have any friends that made texture packs that could show me how to do some of this stuff. So after I got more into pack making and learned more about how texture packs are made, I started to think about releasing the texture pack. Now, at the time, I had no idea on how you could release a texture pack. I understood that you could use Mediafire to make a download link, but I didn't want to make an account because I wasn't sure if it was safe. So I did what any 14-year-old would do, and I went to the biggest Discord server I was in and just sent the texture pack in one of the media channels. I didn't really expect much, I'm not gonna lie. I just sent it in there to see if somebody would react and give me some validation. That didn't happen. Now this is where I remember it gets a bit blurry. After a couple of days, either one person messaged me on the Discord server saying he liked the texture pack, and then I DM'd him, or he DM'd me right away saying he liked the texture pack, and then I DM'd back and we had a conversation. Either way, we were in the DMs having a conversation about the texture pack, and I decided to keep making updates just for him. He was the sole user of that texture pack because nobody else was really interested, which makes sense. It was not really a good pack looking back, but the fact that he wanted to use it kept me motivated and kept me working on the pack and improving it. Now I have no idea what his name was. I think I mentioned him in a couple of the pack releases inboxes which were directed just to him. I couldn't find any of them, so I have no idea what his name was. Otherwise, I would be thanking him in this video. But anyways, one day he asked me why I didn't release a pack on MCPDL or Planet Minecraft. Now, I had heard of Planet Minecraft, but I didn't want to post my pack there because it was predominantly Java packs. It still is now, but there's some texture packs that are for Java and for Bedrock, but that's why I didn't choose Planet Minecraft at the time. I had not heard of MCPDL, but when I checked it out, I remember being astonished at how many downloads some texture packs got, and I chose it because there was only one other 8x texture pack, which was Mason. And I didn't like that texture pack at all, and I thought, okay, if that's how I feel about this texture pack, maybe some other people will too. So I decided to go for MCPDL, and the whole process was very long and annoying. It's definitely improved over time, but MCPDL back then was a horrible site to use. It had a limit of time that you could spend making the actual post, so if you took too long to make the post, it would just auto-deny it, or the site would just crash. And when you did manage to send in the post, it often got denied because you weren't descriptive enough. Anybody that has used mcpdl.com will probably have had this issue, and I have certainly had it a lot, which is why to this day I am still pretty nervous about making a post because I'm scared, oh, what if it gets denied because it's not descriptive enough. Obviously, it's not a problem now because my English has improved considerably, but it's funny how that experience has scarred me for life. Now, at this point, I made one of the smartest decisions I think I've ever made, which was making a showcase video for the texture pack. I don't think at the time I knew how important that would be, but me making that showcase video meant that people would visit my YouTube channel to watch that showcase video of the pack before downloading it and maybe subscribing and checking out my channel and other videos. Once I'd made the MCPDL post, nothing really happened in the first couple days, but after a week the video started picking up a lot of pace, which showed me that the pack was getting a lot of downloads. I think after a month the video already had 10,000 views. I don't know how many views it has now, but I'm pretty sure it's like way over 10,000. And the feedback overall was great. I think I got 100 subscribers from that video alone. It wasn't the first video I'd made, but it was the first video that had gotten this much attention. And I was honestly just overwhelmed. I didn't really know what exactly to do. I just kept updating the pack, and the pack kept getting more and more momentum. At one point, I started seeing other YouTubers review the texture pack as like a top 3 8x pack or the best 8x texture pack, which for me obviously was mind-blowing because these were people that I had seen videos of when trying to look for a good 8x pack. And me seeing my pack on those channels was a sign that I was on the right track. Now, as mentioned at the start of the video, this pack got a lot of downloads. The total downloads I got from this specific pack was around 20,000. The exact number I don't know because a lot of YouTubers used their own download links for this texture pack. Some even used AdFly links, so my best guess is about 30,000. If you combine the downloads from the revamp of this texture pack, which is 8x Resurrect, that makes it about 200,000 downloads. But again, that's not including all the external downloads that somebody else might have used. If you then add Zion 8x's downloads, which is the revamp of 8x Resurrect, you'd get 303,000 downloads, which is just insane. Again, that's not even counting all the other links that may have been available for people to download from. At this point though, I did pay attention to the amount of external links used, so I still think it's only at 320,000, but that's still insane. That's more downloads than basically 90% of Minecraft texture packs, period. Crazy how one person telling me to make this into an MCPDL post gave me so much success. And if the person that actually messaged me is watching this video, thank you so much for taking the time to actually download the texture pack and use it. I got a lot of people asking me to rate their texture packs or try them out, and I sadly ignore most of them because I just don't have the time, but I try to answer as many as possible because that's how this whole journey started for me. One person replying and giving me feedback on the pack and telling me what to improve and where to post it and just helping me out. If that person hadn't told me that the pack was really good when it was actually bad, I probably would not have gotten to this point. Now, the fact that my first pack that I made blew up like this, I wouldn't call this blowing up. This was pretty gradual over 2 years. Like, my pack didn't get 10,000 downloads in a day, but this also isn't your average texture pack that gets 1,000 downloads and then has run its course. This was clearly something special, and I think that got to my head. One of the downsides was that I did not want to post anything except updates or V2s of Redemption because I was scared that they just would not be popular. I just kept working off of the established texture pack and trying to grow that, and then maybe eventually make texture packs that weren't just the same same blue texture pack. I think it was a good decision. All of the feedback and criticism I got was on one video or one download site, depending where somebody would comment or post, which didn't improve my pack making drastically, but it kept me self-critical and kept me wanting to improve my packs. I did some other packs on the side that weren't really good. It just had a couple of changes and a cool thumbnail, and that was really it. They weren't really special in any way, shape, or form. But eventually I did do other texture packs like the Java Crosshairs for Bedrock or the Sky Bundle, or a couple texture packs for related noobs, which also helped me grow a lot. But really what jump started it all was this texture pack and the people that tried it out. I'm trying to make a V2 of Zion to keep this pack's legacy alive, and I hope it's going to turn out to be an even better pack than all of these previous packs. I have a real soft spot for blue packs, so I really try my best when I'm making them. But what I've learned is that no matter how much time I spend on making a pack, it's ultimately up to you guys whether or not you download it. And I have to really thank all of you for supporting me for all this time and downloading all of my texture packs, even if they weren't as good as the previous one. It's really kept me motivated and has kept me making texture packs, and it's given me honestly a fantastic hobby that I hope I can keep doing for the next couple of months or even years. The fact that this could build me an audience like you guys is honestly incredible, and I'm really thankful for everybody that saw this texture pack and thought, yep, this guy's gonna become something one day. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This story was quite the nostalgia trip for me. Like if you like, subscribe if you subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.